Why hello you amazing beautiful people, and welcome back to another Taylor Swift Friday, and we are continuing our journey through the Midnight's album with part 4. Oh man, we've got a cool bunch today. We got Mastermind, The Great War, Bigger Than the Whole Sky, and Paris. This is gonna be fun, some I haven't heard before. Excited for this one. If you're wondering why I sound a little bit different, for some reason my throat is just not awake. I don't know what's going on. Last 2 or 3 days my throat has been like really weird. It probably doesn't help that my job is speaking, you know. But I feel fine. I feel all right. I'm a little bit sleepy, but other than that I'm fine. It's literally just my voice. So if I sound a little bit different, I just wanted to let all of you know, but don't worry about me. I'm okay. It's just my voice. I'm really excited about this. So far Midnight's has just been utterly just blissful. You know, from the moment I've pressed play, we're now jumping into song 13. I have loved every single track on this album. Not a single one I can't wait to finish and just binge listen to this on repeat until my wife is sick of me playing it in the car. It is that kind of album. I absolutely have fallen in love with it hard. I'm excited to continue it. We still got a bunch more songs to check out, so let's just keep going down this rabbit hole. Please like the video if you have not done so already, and please press that subscribe button, leave a comment, share the videos. It all really helps my little channel here, so I really appreciate all the support. And without more talking from me, get comfy and let's jump into my first time ever reaction to Taylor Swift's Midnight's album part 4. Mastermind. And now you're mine.
Once upon a time, the planets and the fates and all the stars aligned. You and I ended up in the same room at the same time.
Oh, beautiful. It's interesting. The opening of this, once again, I feel like any second now I'm gonna hear the 1, 2, 3, 4. Like it's got, you know, kind of sounds similar to a certain other song. It's got that kind of like feel to it. I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, and it's the more I listen to Midnight's, the more I'm seeing the tether strings connected to Torture's Poets Department, and there definitely is a lot of similarities to them. They almost feel like sister albums.
And the touch of a hand lit the fuse of a chain reaction of counter moves.
I love this song.
To assess the equation of you. Checkmate, I couldn't lose. What if I told you none of it was accidental, and the first night that you saw me nothing was gonna stop me? I laid the groundwork, and then just like clockwork the dominoes cascaded in a line. What if I told you I'm a mastermind?
Oh, I love this song. When she says mastermind, I get goosebumps.
Now you're mine. It was all by design, 'cause I'm a mastermind.
You've got to love the lyric video for this as well. All the cogs like turning, which represent obviously the song, and this is just what like Taylor's plan in place, you know. I like, it's funny, on the outside you would presume that like obviously this was before Travis, but you would presume like Travis was the one who like made the moves, you know, and like instigated the relationship, and he was very, you know, he was like I love the story of their relationship. I find it really funny that he was like, can I see Taylor? And they're like, no. And he's like, oh. And it goes on his podcast. He's like, I wanted to see her. She said no. Oh, I love that. But maybe it was all part of the plan.
You see, all the wisest women had to do it this way. 'Cause we were born to be the pawn in every lover's game. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Strategy sets the scene for the tale. I'm the wind in our free-flowing sails.
I love the lyrics. I love the lyrics.
Liquor in our cocktails. What if I told you none of it was
The liquor in our cocktails.
night that you saw me,
Getting a little bit tipsy
I
there.
wanted your body. I laid the groundwork, and then just like clockwork the dominoes cascaded in a line. What if I told you I'm a mastermind? And now you're mine. It was all my design, 'cause I'm a mastermind.
I love this song. There's something really special about Mastermind. The way it is like presented, it's just like a freaking story, you know? The inner cogs turning inside of Taylor's mind, and she writes this song, and like the idea behind it is like so awesome. It's an enchanting idea. I love it, you know, like I wouldn't call it like manipulation, but at the same time it is like a subtle form of it, you know, manipulation of the entire freaking universe to make sure all the stars align, as the opening of this song would suggest.
So I've been scheming like a criminal ever since, to make them love me and make it seem effortless. This is the first time I felt the need to confess, and now
Holy shit. Taylor's not singing about a guy. You know, this could be presumed as maybe like the prelude to Travis. No. She's singing about us. This is a damn song to the Swifties. Fucking hell. And like, this is that line right there. We've all been manipulated. I don't think we mind though.
effortless. This is the first time I felt the need to confess.
This all makes sense now. Taylor's plan to make the world love her. She did it.
So I told you none of it was accidental, and the first night that you saw me, nothing was gonna stop me.
You know what's crazy? If you imagine this is Taylor singing about you, and yes, I'm talking each and every single one of you watching this video right now, it changes the whole idea of this song. It's like the first time you ever listen to one of Taylor's songs, what if it was never accidental? What if this freaking mastermind planned for everybody? Jesus! What if anyone could do it?
I laid the groundwork and then saw a wide smirk on your face. You knew the entire time. You knew that I'm a mastermind.
Obviously, there's a few parts of the song that maybe don't work.
Now you're mine.
Like, I wanted that body to be mine.
All you did was smile, 'cause I'm a mastermind.
Such a great song. What an amazing lyric video as well. Gosh, that was outstanding. I love it. I love it. I'm never going to listen to that song again. Obviously, I feel like there's a few... it's like a love song, you know? When you listen to a love song, as a parent, you can easily presume that that love song could be about the relationship with a person and their kid, right? But there's obviously a few lines in there that wouldn't work with that relationship, so you just take those lines out, you ignore those lines, and suddenly the whole idea of the song changes. And I feel like Mastermind could definitely have the same sort of effect, you know? You know, there's a few lines in it which obviously allude to this being about a relationship. However, if you take out those few lines, then the entire concept of this song could just be turned on its head. And it could just be Taylor manipulating the Swifties in the best way, you know? Manipulating everything, controlling this entire situation, you know? Organizing it all and coming up with this genius cram. I was going to say criminal plan because of the line she used. And I just said cram. To get every single one of us to just fall in love with her and make it seem easy. You know, make it seem like it was our decision, you know? Who knew? Who knew? Jamie was the one who first recommended that I react to Taylor. Now, I don't know if maybe Jamie and Taylor are friends. Maybe. Or maybe the person who got Jamie into Taylor and then got that person into Taylor. And then it all was a plan for me to react to Taylor. And then I've been manipulated. And then there's people who watch my videos that now like Taylor. The dominoes. The dominoes cascading. They are cascading. I love looking at it that way. From now on, that's how I choose to look at it. I know the song, I don't think the song is about the Swifties at all, but I love the idea of it being Taylor setting the domino effect, you know. Ever since you was a child, you know, the whole world was like, you know, like she just wanted the whole world to love her. Like people didn't want to hang out with her or play with her as a kid. So she formulated this plan as a kid to get everyone to want to play with Taylor, everyone to want to love Taylor, everyone to want to hang out with Taylor, you know? There would never be a short list. If she ever wanted to play a game of tag, she would have millions of people to choose from. That was her plan. She's like, you know, no one ever wanted to play tag with me. I'll make the whole world want to play tag with me, and they all have to line up to play tag with me. And that was her plan. And fuck me, like she put it into motion, the dominoes fell, and here we are. I love that idea. Amazing. Oh, I love that song so much. All right, The Great War. Let's do it. What do you really like in the opening?
Sucker punching walls, cursed you as I sleep talked. Spineless in my tomb of silence. Tore your banners down, took the battle underground. And maybe it was ego swinging. Maybe it was her.
One thing I really want to point out and like just say how incredible it is Taylor writes songs that are catchy, that get stuck in your head, that are like universal chart songs. And she writes all these songs. But for someone who's constantly in the charts, her songs always are lyrically beautiful. You know, they're always lyrically complicated and beautiful, and they always tell a story. Maybe that's the country girl in her, you know, from her like country music days, because country music always tells that story, and maybe that's always been there. And the reason I'm pointing this out is because a lot of modern pop music and like chart music, lyrics sort of take a back seat. You know, when you analyze and break down the lyrics of a lot of the charting songs these days, they don't really make sense, you know, and there's no real effort gone into them. It's almost like second thought. But with Taylor, that's never the case, ever.
Flashes of the battle come back to me in a blur. All that bloodshed, crimson clover, sweet dream was over. My hand was the one you reached for. All throughout the Great War, always remember, tears on the letter I vowed not to cry anymore. If we survived the Great War, you drew up some good faith treaties. I drew curtains close, drank my poison all alone. You said I have to trust more freely.
I love that the idea of this song, the title, The Great War, is so incorporated into the lyrics of it. You know, on one hand, it could literally be a song that you change a few lines and it becomes a song about war. But on the other hand, it's obviously a song about, like, you know, the relationships and the war in a relationship and that sort of difficulties. I mean, Love is a Battlefield, you know, a very famous song. And it's sort of like the idea and the concept behind that as well. And I love how the title of the song is so well included lyrically into the idea of the song. Does that make sense?
But diesel is desire. You were playing with fire, and maybe it's the past that's talking, screaming from the crypt.
Oh, that little growl on her voice there.
Telling me to punish you for things you never did. So I justified it. All that bloodshed, crimson clover, the bombs were close in my hand, was the one you reached for. All throughout the Great War, always remember, the burning embers I vowed not to fight anymore. If we survived the Great War.
I feel like this song has me focused solely on the lyrics, but when I listen to that instrumental, I just like fall in love with it on like a second level as well. The instrumental feels like it's taken straight from the Stranger Things soundtrack. It has this very like retro sound to it. It's like, which the whole of the Midnight's album has, you know, that sort of synth pop like 80s vibe. But I feel like this one does so more so. And I really love that sort of sound, like that keyboard, old school 80s sound. It's making me want to go like watch Stranger Things right now. It's got that kind of element to it. The way the lyric video, like literally Taylor's voice like raises here, it turned into something bigger. The camera pans out, we can see the sun over there, we got this giant landscape matching the lyrics perfectly as Taylor's voice like rises in pitch as well. Beautiful. I say this quite a lot, how Taylor like makes me realize something, and it's so obvious that it blows my mind, which is like all these romantic spirals that we all go through, you know, all those like stories of heartbreak, the nights that we've like gone out, you know, we're out in the dark and the cold and we're having this argument and we leave our partner and we walk off separately, heartbroken and devastated, feeling the chill of the air, you know, all those like stories and memories of like broken romance in our past, you know, that we all think and remember now from our younger years. you forget that celebrities go through that too. You know, on some degree, they just seem untouchable and different from us, and it's easy to forget that they're people. It is, and like, and I know that sounds messed up, but it's true. You know, it's easy to forget that they're just us. They're literally just us. So when Taylor like tells all these stories, and it makes us think of those moments, you forget Taylor's just like us. She went through all of it as well, and it's like just reminds you that everyone you know has stories like this.
We can plant a memory garden.
Oh, I love the drum here. Nice touch.
Say a solemn prayer, place a poppy in my hair.
The white flag as well.
There's no morning glory, it was war, it wasn't fair. And we will never go back to that bloodshed, crimson clover, The worst was over, my hand was the one you reached for. All throughout the Great War, always remember, we're burned for better, I vowed I would always be yours, 'cause we survived the Great War.
What a great song. So well.
Always be yours, 'cause we survived the Great War.
So well crafted.
I vowed I would always be yours.
Beautifully constructed from Taylor here. What a stunning song. What an amazing concept. The way that she utilized the marching drums, like it's literally symbolizing the, you know, the like what you would attach to like war and conflict, you know, having those like drums used in the bridge and in the final verse and chorus, like utterly just a beautiful touch there. Really like ties it all together nicely, you know. And then the final verse, the final chorus, changing the whole outlook of the song. You know, we've been battling and fighting for so long, and now we will never go back to it. Now after this and after everything we've gone through and all these like difficulties, I look back at it with I wouldn't say regret, but like knowledge, you know, understanding, and no longer a desire to ever repeat those actions. It's a brilliant like tie together on the whole song. I love it how it sort of like comes round like that. You know, the whole song talking about like fighting the Great War, and it's more like we survived and now we move on from it. And I really loved how that was done. I think it was beautifully done. It really is. It was a very intelligently constructed song, a lot of emotion and heart in it, and just hit like a freaking truck. Love it. Absolutely love it. Really does paint a picture on just like memories of romance that have like gone wrong, and I loved it for that. What an awesome song. So intelligent. Love it. All right, should we move on to the next one? Bigger Than the Whole Sky. Let's do it. Let's go.
No words appear before me in the aftermath.
Like in the slow start.
Salt streams out my eyes and into my ears. Every single thing I touch becomes sick with sadness, because it's all over now, all out to sea. Goodbye, you were bigger than the whole sky.
This is a really beautiful song. The opening is really slow and intense. I love the approach on this. Taylor's voice just is haunting. I'm just reading the lyrics as if they were a story on like paper. I love the visuals in the lyric video. I mean, bigger than the whole sky, and we're seeing this like giant array of stars. It's just feels very emotionally moving already.
You were more than just a short time, and I've got a lot to pine about. I've got a lot to live without. I'm never gonna meet what could have been, would have been, what should have been you. What could have been, would have been you.
beautifully mellow song. Anyone else just feel like they're getting lost in this one? I don't know what my reaction is going to be like to this one. I'm already feeling like that. I'm feeling like I'm being taken away, you know? I really do. I'm just putting down a reminder. I really do. I really do. I'm like this shot of going over the clouds just making me feel like I'm sitting on the back of that creature from Never-Ending Story. It's just being floating away.
Did some bird flap its wings over in Asia? Did some force take you because I didn't pray? Every single thing to come has turned into ashes.
I love that Midnight's concept was literally like the things that keep you up at night. That was the idea behind it. Because right now I feel like drifting off. I feel like lying down and drifting off. I feel like this is just calming and relaxing and peaceful, and I feel like I could just close my eyes and just go into a beautiful dream.
'Cause it's all over, it's not meant to be.
Despite the lyrics, it feels weirdly
So
calming.
I'll say words I don't believe. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. You were bigger than the whole sky. You were more than just a short time. And I've got a lot to pine about. I've got a lot to live without. I'm never gonna meet what could have been, would have been, what should have been you. Could have been, would have been. What could have been, would have been, what should have been.
There's a sort of like guitar work that reminds me a lot of Eric Clapton, weirdly. Anyone ever heard the song, is it like The River or something like that by Eric Clapton? It reminds me a slightly bit of that. There's like a guitar work in it that kind of gives me that kind of vibe. Like big time as well. What a beautiful song. Like I said, despite the lyrics, you know, the lyrics feel kind of sad. The idea of this like mutual ending, that's what it feels like to me, you know. And it's just like letting someone know, despite the like, we have to end this relationship, they just wanted to know how much the time meant to them. That's what it feels like. It's got like an element of like real sadness and sorrow to it, but it feels so relaxing. It really does. It feels like a spa for your mind.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. You were bigger than the whole sky. You were more than just a short time. And I've got a lot to pine about. I've got a lot to live without. I'm never gonna meet what could have been, would have been, what should have been you.
I will say though, she is giving me a little bit of is the word existential crisis? I actually have this sometimes. This is true. Which is every now and then. Alright, if you're prone to like I don't know the word, but you might just want to skip past this bit. Because I might be giving you guys some anxiety that you never had before that might go in your head. So skip past if you're prone to that. If not, then welcome to the anxiety with me. Every now and then, I have these random thoughts where I imagine, like, well, not imagine, but the world is spinning, like, fucking fast, right? And we're just all sitting on it as it spins. And every now and then, I have these, like, brief moments of panic where I just imagine the fact that we're spinning, like, crazy fast. And I'm almost I feel like I'm on a roundabout just for a second. I'm like, or a merry-go-round, I don't know what everyone calls it around the world. That thing you sit on as a kid and you spin. I feel like I'm on one of them. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, I feel like, what? Get your balance. You're spinning. And I have these little moments like that. And watching the sky whiz past like that, I don't imagine it as the sky moving. I imagine it as us moving. And then it scares me. I'm like, whoa, we're on a ride, everybody. So yeah, I always find it really weird. I do. Yeah, it's just one of my random things. You know what? If I ever build my own house, I am going to have a big giant pole put in the garden that goes down like a mile into the ground and is like super secure. And if anything ever happens, I can just go out in the garden and I can just attach myself with like a really strong cable to this metal pole, and I know that I ain't getting sucked away anywhere. I know I'm fine. That's my plan. Yeah, I sound crazy, don't I? But yeah, there you go. That was a beautiful song. So mellow, so relaxing, so calming. Honestly, literally just a mental unplug of pure blissfulness. What a calming, chilled song. Almost like the interlude of this entire album. Time to relax, time to calm down, time to unwind, unpack your mind, unpack your thoughts, and just chill. I can only think of one other example of a song like this before, but it's by a band that has a pretty bad reputation, especially the lead singer, but that's Limp Bizkit. I used to love their music when I was younger. To be honest, there's still a lot of their songs I love. I know that they're a bit questionable, but there you go. But there's a song by them called Boiler, and after Boiler, they had like a mellow drop. And it was like, think about everything you've heard, relax, calm down. And it was like 2 minutes of like interlude, and it was like really relaxing on like an album that's quite aggressive. And that's what Bigger Than the Whole Sky felt like. It felt like the moment of calm, the moment of serenity, the moment of true peace. And I absolutely love that. Love that. Well, we've got one more song to check out today. Paris.
Met someone at a club and he kissed her. Turns out it was that guy you hooked up with ages ago. Some wannabe Z-lister and all the...
Am I gonna need to get like a notepad and pen for this song? Your ex-friend's sister met a guy at the club and he kissed her? Okay, bear with me.
Turns out it was that guy you hooked up with ages ago. Some wannabe Z-lister and all the outfits were terrible.
Okay.
2003 unbearable. Did you see the photos? No, I didn't, but thanks though.
No, I didn't, but thanks though.
Stop breathing. Drew a map on your bedroom ceiling. No, I didn't see the news, cause we were somewhere else. Stumbled down pretend alleyways, cheap wine, make believe it's champagne. I was taken by the view like we were in Paris, like we were somewhere else.
Love this.
Like we were in Paris, we were somewhere else.
I love this. The song almost just feels like casual, the lyrics, like, we were somewhere else. We were in Paris, it just feels like casual. I love that, but at the same time, it's very like deep and connected to the entire point of the song. It's like idea of like a whirlwind romance, the Paris romance, and I really love that. It somehow feels like casual and just like spontaneous, but also very deep and connected. I really like the idea of just like this like chilled, happy love as well, where it's like, no, I didn't see that. No, I didn't see that. I was too busy just being lost in romance.
Privacy sign on the door and on my page and on the whole world. Romance is not bad if you keep it just yours. Levitate above all the messes made. Sit quiet by my side in the shade, and not the kind that's thrown. I mean the kind under where a tree has grown. I'm so in love that I might stop breathing. Drew a map on your bedroom ceiling. No, I didn't see the news, cause we were somewhere else. Stumbled down.
Like that line. Like, drew a map on the ceiling. No, I didn't see the news because we were somewhere else, And then like those lines get repeated. It like just seems like it almost seems like just you don't care, which I feel like matches the whole point of the chorus.
Alleyways, cheap wine, make believe it's champagne. I was taken by the view like we were in Paris.
What a great chorus.
Like we were somewhere else.
Great vocals.
Like we were in Paris.
Oh, wow.
We were somewhere else.
Like that part almost feels like she's trying to think of another line to say. Like we were I used it once before. Where else? I really love that. I love that. I love that casual nature of the chorus. I love it.
I wanna brainwash you into loving me forever. I wanna transport
absolutely amazing touch on the lyric video that the cursive letters appeared as she was saying it as well. Oh my word.
We drew a map on your bedroom ceiling. No, I didn't see the news, 'cause we were somewhere else in an alleyway drinking champagne.
Oh, the lyric videos are so good, aren't they? They're just so beautiful, these lyric videos. Also, I've been to Paris once. I went at night. I can't speak on everyone who's been to Paris, but I can say from my experience, see Paris in the night. It just looks amazing.
We were in Paris. Yes, we were somewhere else. My love, we were in Paris. Yes, we were somewhere else.
Gosh, the lyric videos. So much love goes into the creation of these lyric videos, doesn't it? Like, really does as well. They're so weirdly complicated for just lyric videos, because that's what they are. They're just lyric videos. But Taylor puts so much effort into them that the vibes and the energy of the lyric videos perfectly match the songs. And I feel like they almost have the same effect like a music video would, where you can get lost in just the artistic styling of the lyric videos as you would a music video. The only thing missing is Taylor. They're very well done. No, I honestly have never reacted to an artist or a singer like Taylor when it comes to lyric videos. No one puts an effort in like she does. It's so good. I really love it. It's probably why they're some of the most viewed lyric videos on YouTube. Is because they're enjoyable to watch. You can repeat the song listening to them. You've got the audio only, but on top of that, you can also just get lost in them. I feel like they're so intelligently crafted to perfectly match as well the emotions of the song every single time. It's like a really nice touch. Gosh, Paris was utterly beautiful as well. Really love the like imagination journey it takes you on, the pictures it paints inside of your mind, the idea of this whirlwind romance, not paying attention to anything going on outside of your little bubble that you create with someone, and not caring about anything, and just being completely focused on each other, and it's just like, it doesn't matter where you are, because where you are feels like you are somewhere else. You could literally be down your local pub, your regular, like just walking down the street holding hands. But, there's just that perfect moment where the wind blows, lifts up the leaves, and in that split second, you could be somewhere else. It feels like you're anywhere else. It feels like you're in the most romantic place in the world. And it's really beautifully conveyed in this song, Paris, by Taylor. We've had a really good batch today. Again, I just want to apologize for my voice being quite quiet. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'll try and make sure it's turned up quite loud. But yeah, my throat is pretty sore. But I feel like the reaction was good anyway, right? You guys enjoyed it, hopefully. But yeah, I'm sure by next week it will all be back to normal, so don't worry about me. I've got a day off tomorrow. At the time of recording this video, I've got a day off tomorrow, so I'll be able to rest up my voice all day, so don't worry about me. Anyway, I love you wonderful people. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Have yourself an utterly amazing weekend. I really hope it's the best weekend ever. And as always, my friends, you right there will see me in the next video.